Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. This week is moving along nicely, right? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday to everyone. We about to be off tomorrow, y'all. Who's off tomorrow? Put a one if you off tomorrow, okay? Put a one if you are off tomorrow, honey. Tomorrow is the 4th of the month, honey. The 4th of July. It's a holiday, okay? It's a holiday tomorrow. So put one if y'all off tomorrow. I'm excited. Okay. It's gonna stretch the weekend out just a little bit so y'all can do a little bit, get a little drink or something. Go 2-step somewhere, throw a little meat on the grill. Okay. Sleep in just a little bit if you feel like it. Okay. Get on the road, take a nice little weekend road trip, all right, with the fam or by yourself if that's how you choose to go. Hey, I see everybody with the ones. Okay. Yes, I know that's right. Let's get into the show, honey. Somebody said, all right, Miss Lorraine Tyler, you better let them know, baby. She said, we're gonna be off anyway because we're retired. Get it right. Okay. I love it. All right. Let them know, honey. Let them know. You are off anyway. All right. I can't wait till I get there, honey. I'm ready to retire. I'm sick and tired of working. Y'all, I'm tired of working. For real. I like my job or career. Let's say that. Okay. For the people out there that say Cameron don't work, we work very hard over here, honey. We work, baby. We work. Okay. I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to retire. That feeling of laying in the bed every day without no place to go, nobody to answer to. You just lay there and get up when the hell you get ready. And you look around in your room, you're like, oh, I'm retired. Let me go back to sleep and get another 45 to an hour. Okay. And then get up and see what the day gonna bring. But yes, we love it. We love it. Let's go ahead and get into the show. How y'all doing? Hopefully you got your coffee and or tea and you're getting or got where you need to be this morning. All right. Yes, I'm feeling blessed this morning. Mary Giles, good morning, ma'am. Shaquanda, good morning. Deboria Banks, good morning. Good morning. Sheila Washington, good morning. Erica Rogers, good morning. Good morning. Did I say Miss Washington? Good morning again. Rose Armstead, Miss Pruitt, good morning. Deborah Johnson, good morning. Rose is my backup. Good morning to you, ma'am. Lisa Bell, good morning. Lorraine Tyler, good morning. Miss Aisha, good morning. Good morning. Carolyn Johnson, good morning, love. Classic type lady, good morning. Good morning, Kim Swinson, good morning. Sunny Days is in the building. Good morning, Sunny Days. Good morning. Good morning, Marilyn LeBlanc. Good morning. It's Cookie Dough. Good morning. Audra Williams. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who else? Tammy Fox. Good morning. Sheila Bennett. Good morning. Carletta Passmore. Good morning. Good morning. Angela. Good morning. Erica Butler. Good morning. Cheryl. Good morning. Deborah Johnson. Good morning. Leslie Salmon. Good morning. Angela, good morning. Good morning, Belle Wilson. My other mod is in the building. Erica Rogers, I see you. Miss Michelle J, good morning. Simple Mom and Family TV, good morning. Good morning. Leslie Salmon, Maria Perry, Yvette Bell, Lorraine Tyler, Brown Eyes, good morning. Alice Smith, okay. Alice says she's been on vacation since June the 12th. Girl, I know that's right. That's a good vacation. That's a long vacation too, baby. What are we in, July now? I know that's right, honey. That's a good vacation. Enjoy. All right. Be safe and enjoy. Who else we got? Felicia. Cheryl Williams. Good morning. I said Brown Eyes, but good morning again. Gail West. SD Warren. Good morning. Say happy Thursday, everyone, and happy 4th. Okay. Mary White is in the building. Mary White is in the building. All right. Let's keep going down. Let's see who else. I feel like I didn't speak to everybody. Delilah T is here. I said Leslie. Greatness Love is in the building. Retired Radio. Come on, Retired Radio. Says they've been retired 3 years and I love the soft life. Come on, soft life. Okay. I like the soft and the hard life. Give me all that life. Okay. Nah. Come on, soft life. I ain't mad at it. Belle Wilson in the building. Cassandra D is here. Darlene Mungum is here. Arthur Johnson is here. Thanks for being here. Purple Unicorn. Hey. What's up? Nadine Flight is here. Say good morning. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Happy Thursday. Okay. Yvette Bell says, please check on the elderly and your family. Make sure that they are staying cool and have plenty of water. Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Go buy a case of water and drop it off to an elderly person. Okay. So that we can look out for our elderly. Because a lot of people believe, let me tell you, in this heat, some people do not have air conditioning. Okay, sometimes fans ain't enough. A fan is okay to keep, to send a little breeze up and through there. But baby, when these temperatures get into the high 90s and to the 100s, fuck that fan, okay? Baby, drop kick that fan, and you need an air conditioner up in there. All right, for real, because that fan ain't working no more. But hey, so look out for your elderly people who may need some help. All right, it's nothing to go and sacrifice a few dollars for a case of water. Drop it off, check in on them, making sure that they got some eggs up in there if you need to. Eggs don't really cost that much. Eggs went down a little bit, so just check in, all right? Or stop by and get them a nice meal somewhere and say, hey, I just stopped by to bless you. Here's you some water so you can stay cool, okay? That costs you nothing. All right, let's continue. Said, real, I work for myself and still get up at the crack of dawn. It's off. Aw. Well, hey, that's called discipline, okay? If you still getting up, honey, the early bird gets the worm, all right? Miss Michelle J, the early bird gets the worm. Get on up there and handle what you got to handle so you can get off early, all right? You're going in early, meaning you getting off early, okay? Or late sometimes. I get off late sometimes too. But yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. Get your money, honey. I ain't mad. I can't sleep past 5 a.m. for nothing. Oh, girl. I'm not a morning person, so I don't have that problem. Who else? Shonda Allen, good morning. Daisy Lewis, good morning. The one, good morning. She's that one. Okay. She said, hey, don't forget it. I'm the one. My thoughts, good morning. All right. Tisha Harris, good morning. Says grateful for the day to all of us in the chat. The Mars, CC's and Caramel. Hi. Thank you so much, dear. Brittany Janae is in the building. Said good morning, Relly and Chad. Says I'm about to head out for my vacation. Come on, vacation. Mine coming up too. And I got back-to-back vacation. We're going to be in the air a lot coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm happy. Okay. A bitch about to be in Vegas coming up. Okay. We about to turn up in Vegas, go down there and slam some cards on the table and act a mother freaking fool. Okay. Then we're going to leave Vegas and we're going somewhere else. Then we're going somewhere else. That's how you do during the summer. Okay. Staying in the air. Yes. All right. Cassandra D, I think I said, hey, but good morning again. Good morning. Did I get everybody? Bell Wilson said that they have those Publix. They have Publix. Those who have Publix have the 32 pack for $3.99. Let them know. All right, we'll put that up for anybody that needs to. All right, I like Publix water. Right here with it. I'm right here with it. I shop Publix. I used to be just Aquafina, Aquafina girl. Okay, but we here with it. You see that Publix? You see that P on there? That's Publix, baby. I sure do. And I go through a whole case of water in a whole week because that's just how much water I drink. Okay. All right, let's continue though. Who else we got? I see you, Ronnie. Babette B, I see you, baby. Carla Burrell, hey, good morning. True TV Podcast, I see you in the building. That's my other mod. Thanks for being here. Tam C, I see you. Shonda Allen, I see you. Valerie Brainy, thanks for being here. All right, so we've spoken to everyone. I'm gonna leave that up just a little bit. What Bell Wilson gave you guys about that 32 pack of water. Go on and cop your water. Stay hydrated, okay? Drink water, mind your business, and be great. All right, ain't that a good word? Let's get on into the show, though. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment, okay? Fair use and entertainment. Let's get into the show. All right, so we like to get our political stuff out of the way first. Then we get into our mess, child. We got a little mess to talk about today, so let's get into it. Hope y'all ready for a good show. Everybody hit the like button on the way in. Put a 1 if you hit the like button. Let me see so I can compare with who's watching me. We got 163 watching. Put a 1 if you already hit the like button coming into the chat. Let's see. All right. 1s for the like button. 1s. If you hit the like button, let's see the 1s. Let's see them. Don't be lying now because I can count. Counting. I'm counting. We got 163 watching. And only 84 likes. I know you lying. Let's get those likes up. If you ain't hit that like, go ahead and step on out of my house and go on and tap on the like and knock back on the door. And I'm counting them. I'm counting. What number I'm on? No. I'm counting. Okay. Yes, honey. All right. I see them likes going up. Some of y'all forgot. It's okay. Y'all was excited to get in here for the show. It's all right. I'm here now. Let's hit the like, step out. Okay. Hit that like button and then ding dong, ring my doorbell so I can open the door and let you back in. Don't break back in. All right. Don't break back in my house. All right. Hit that like and come on back. Hit my doorbell and so I can open the door for you. All right. Don't be back there trying to open my damn screen door either. All right, so let's get into it. Y'all see on my screen, honey, my president, not the one over there in the circle, right here, Obama. That's still my president. All right. I voted for him again this year, even though he was not on the ballot. All right, so Barack Obama speaks out about Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. It's not a beautiful bill. It's a big, ugly bill. All right. If the House passes this bill, it will increase cost. Okay. Let's get into that because we don't need nothing else increased. All right. Everything is high. Everything is high. All right. High as Whitney Houston was when she was with Bobby Brown in this bitch. All right. All right. So Barack Obama says more than 16 million Americans are at risk of losing their health care because Republicans in Congress are rushing to pass a bill that would cut federal funding for Medicaid and weaken the Affordable Care Act. All right. Now, it says if the House passes this bill, it will increase costs and hurt working class families for generations to come. Call your representative today and tell them to vote no on this bill. Why is Trump always in a hurry to create more issues? The goal to get in office is to fix those issues that need to be addressed, not create more. You're getting rid of people. You're sending people out of the country, talking about deporting more people. Now you're getting rid of Medicaid and all this other stuff, SNAP benefits. Like, that's taking us backwards, right? We're not trying to go backwards. We're trying to go this way. That's forward, all right? But when you got a backwards ass president in office, then that everything that come out of his mouth and everything that he does and surrounds him will also be backwards. So we definitely need to get that back in the right order. And the only way we can do that I see is impeachment. Okay, that's a great start. Impeachment will definitely turn this around and let somebody else get in there that know what they're doing, because he is definitely on a power struggle. Him and this damn God complex that he has is just crazy. He's looking at these other countries. I told y'all the other day where he was saying he wanted the American people and the people under him to bow down to him like other countries, people in other countries. Bitch, never. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep repeating. No, we're not bowing down to you. Who are you? Who are you? All right, so as you guys see, Kamala Harris slams Senate Republicans after passing Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. 17 million people will lose their health care. All right, that's not good. Without health care, baby, where will you? You got to have health care. God forbid something emergency related happens and you got to have health care. It's crazy that they would do whatever they need to do to cut health care. Everyone needs health care. If you don't have health care, find the most affordable health care that you can get and get some health care. You need it. Women especially, because we have certain checkups per year that we have to get regardless. All right, go get those breasts checked out. All right, lay down on that table and get them feet in them stirrups and let that doctor check you down there. Get that pap smear. Women, if you're not getting pap smear every year, I don't know what you're doing with your life. That will ultimately save your life. All right, it's high as hell to do that without insurance. If you have insurance, those are things that you definitely need to get done. All right, get you some dental insurance. Most dental insurance, you get 2 free cleanings a year. How do I know? Because I go. 2 free cleanings a year. Go get that shit scraped off your teeth. Let them clean between your teeth. Get all that shit out of there so that you're not walking around here with gingivitis and arching people's eyebrows when you're trying to talk to them, because your damn breath be funky as hell, smelling like you ate an ass sandwich with extra ass sauce. Did I go too far, YouTube? Too late. All right. These are things that you must do. Get the kitty cat check. Get the kitty cat check. Check on the breast area. Get in the shower, honey, and do this here. Check for them lumps. And if you feel anything to feel weird, call your doctor. Make that appointment. Get in there. Let them get you up on that thing to smash the hell out of your breast. That shit hurt, don't it? Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought my breast was still on that machine when they finished with me the last time I went, y'all. That shit hurt so bad. I said, do y'all gotta smush them that bad? Damn, can y'all take one of the screws out the back of this bitch? This thing is smushing the shit out of my breast. Like, damn. I feel like I had breast cancer when I walked out of that bitch the way that I was like, it didn't hurt this bad the last time. Oh my God. And then she's like, okay, hold this arm up. I'm in there like this. And you got to turn this way real hard. It's so uncomfortable. Then, okay, now scoot up and put your breast on there. And you like, just throw it on there, child. Like on a platter. Breast on the platter. Then she pressed the little button over there on the thing. And it's, you're just like, shit. Can we be done already? Okay, now turn this way and arm up. All right. And then put your gang sign up. This She tell you to turn to the right, put your arm up, and put the gang sign up. And I'll be like this because I'm gang. So I'm like this in the damn X-rays. Gang, okay? You gonna see the breast and the gang sign in that bitch. Run the other breast through there. Okay? Child, listen. I said all that to say this. Get checked out, women, okay? Men, get your prostates checked out. Get them checked out. A finger up your ass is another day of life tomorrow, okay? We're going to be a little graphic. Where the kids at? Oh, they're at camp. We know they're out of school. Send them to camp. Send them outside to go play. This is an adult show, okay? Men, women, wives, send your men to the doctor so that they can get prostate checks. You got to get those. We're hearing a lot about men getting prostate cancer. We can, you know, avoid that if we get checked and get it checked out in time. Okay? You got a lot of men out here. I ain't letting no another man put his hand up there. Okay. So you want cancer up your ass versus something going up there to see what's in there. You don't want to be walking around with polyps and collops and every damn thing else up in there. Get checked out. Get checked out. I'm serious. I'm dead ass. I'm making jokes, but I'm dead ass serious, y'all. Black people. Okay, we have a lot of things going on within our bodies. Okay. Cancer and all this other stuff, get checked out, y'all. It's nothing. Some of those things is very painful, but you still got to get it done. I don't like laying up, putting my feet in the stirrups, and the doctor scraping around in there like he looking for gold. I don't like that shit either. I don't like it. It's not comfortable. I don't like it. But if I know it's going to save my life and tell me, hey, this is going on, that's going on, so you can catch it beforehand, okay, and eradicate that problem. That means get rid of it. All right, so that's it. We ain't about to read up on this big, beautiful bill because I'm over it. I'm sick of it. All right, let's do what we got to do. Stay prayed up. All right, stay prayed up and aware because the Iranians are still mad. Okay, if you see somebody walking around with a towel on their head, stay woke. All right, I'm checking everybody. I don't care black, white. I don't give a damn. All right, I don't care. I done told you. I done told you now. All right, so because I've been riding around with Tupac playing real loud in my car and my window cracked. Y'all know what that means, right? Okay, I've been playing Tupac in my car, loud too. Rolling through the hood with Tupac blasting in my car. And my window cracked. So we can let our bitch know. Don't be on it now. Iranians, if you in the hood, you hear this damn Tupac coming out my damn car. You better stand down, motherfucker. Stand down. Okay? Ain't that right? Let them know. All right, let's get into this. Trump. We off Trump, child. I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me get this back up. Shaq, child. Let's get into some Shaq news. And DMX. Okay. Yeah, DMX playing too. Where my dogs at? Ooh, hey, where my dogs at? Okay, I'll be on that. Hat to the back, bitch. Hat to the back. All right. Somebody say, and DMX. Yes, thugging out. Yes, we thugging out. We thugging out. You got to have that look when you go out like this. Just in case you run into an Iranian, they'll be like, yeah, we ain't going to fuck with her. We going to go blow some shit up over here. We ain't going over here because she look like she crazy. You got to look crazy if you ain't crazy so they don't mess with you. If you don't have a thug bone in your body when you have this look here, who going to mess with you when you step out like this? Who messing with you with this? No one. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. All right? And a few times do this shit right here. There ain't nobody fucking with you after that. No, if they come up to your car trying to take your car and you look in the window like this, bitch, they ain't coming over there. They going to the next car. All right. So let's get into some Shaq news. All right. Shaq opens up about his regret in life. He admits that he fumbled 2 perfect relationships by being immature. Now, y'all know Shani came out and said he cheated, girl. He was cheating, girl. Or cheating, as Tisha calls it. He was out here cheating, girl, with so many women while he was in the NFL. NBA, okay? He had a lot of NBA women up on him while he was married to Shani. And she was still popping them babies out, okay? Y'all gotta cut my fan on them hot. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in here throwing up gang signs. This got me hot. All right. So, I hope that ain't too loud. So let's get into what Shaq had to say about that, because he was a hoe back then, child. He was out here on his host role doing the absolute damn most. So he done messed it up with 2 women. Let's scroll over. All right, so that's him with his little family child. Okay, that's his first situation with his child. Okay, she look just like him, don't she? All right. Mm-hmm. Now that's him with Shani and all their kids, child. Mm-hmm. Look how all Shani kids taller than her. That one there, my God. Sharif. What's his name? Sharif? Is that Sharif? I think that's Sharif. All right. So let's get into what Shaq had to say. Ooh, child. All right. So Shaquille O'Neal may have dominated on the court, but not so much in the game of love. Now, in a rare moment of honesty, Shaq opened up about 2 of the biggest regrets in his life, missing free throws and fumbling 2 perfect women. He says, I had 2 perfect women and I messed it up. According to Shaq, says that my first one was my baby mother, Arnett, okay, Yarborough, and then I met Shani Nelson, okay. Shani was also a perfect woman and I messed it up, okay. So now she over there married to Pastor Sweet Draws. She done left his ass. She done left this for this. Shani left this for this, okay. Yeah, so Shaq says his immaturity played a big role in how things ended. Yeah, he says, you know, we were young and also doing dumb stuff. But the good thing about our relationship is that they forgave me and we have a good relationship now, okay? Mm-hmm. Says that Shaq shares 5 children between the 2 women. It says that 1 with Arnett and 4 with Shani. And while the relationship didn't last, it says that love and lessons stuck with him. Okay. So it says that now the NBA legend is focused on making sure that his sons don't make the same mistakes. Says that the first thing that you have to do is be honest. Says that honest with yourself and honest with your partner. Says that I tell my sons all the time that a man has 3 jobs when it comes to a woman: protect, provide, and love. Great advice. He goes on to say that some men can only offer 2 for whatever reason, but I'm going to teach you how to offer all 3. Mm-hmm. It says that, and that's what I try to do. And even though I don't have a relationship with the woman that I let get away, I will always PPL. Okay. Protect, provide, and love. I ain't mad at it. Okay. Because it's a learning experience. You learn from your mistakes and you do better. So hopefully he is focusing on doing that. Okay. Because yeah, he said Shani was a good woman. Shani put up with this shit and had all them kids by him. She got a whole bunch of your money too. When she put that money in them offshore accounts and got away from his ass. And now he got to sit back and watch her be happy with Pastor Sweet Draws. And I know that kills him. He still says that he calls her his wife. I saw an interview with him most recently where he said he still thinks of Shani as his wife, even though she's married again. It's like he'll never let her go. Maybe that's his soulmate. He said, hey, I still see her as my wife. So I don't know. I don't know how Pastor Sweet Draws feel about that, but whatever. All right. So shout out to Shaq for growing up and realizing that, you know, you fumble 2 women and sometimes you don't miss a good thing till it's gone. You don't miss that water until the well runs dry. You got to do your woman right. All right. You don't do your woman right, honey, she'll get up out of there and be with the next nigga. And you got to sit back and watch them be happy. Okay. She's a public figure. So anywhere she go, it's going to be, you know, she be in pictures, videos. Every time you see her, she's always with this guy. And I know that has to hurt him. He sit back and watching pictures and videos of her living her best life, happy with somebody else versus being with him when all he had to do was stay his ass at home and be faithful. And a lot of women, a lot of men don't get that. Okay. So shout out to her for realizing her worth and getting out of there and not allowing him to do the things he was doing. I mean, Shaq was really out there. When I tell y'all Shaq was messing with Superhead. So y'all know he was on some bullshit. Superhead, y'all know who Superhead is? Karen Steffens. Baby, she done had more miles on that WAP, honey, than a tractor on a country road. And y'all know that's a lot of miles. I'm gonna say it again. Karen Steffens, aka Superhead, got more miles on her WAP than a tractor on a country road. And y'all know that's all tractors ride on, baby, is a country road out there. That's a lot of miles. And that's I'm just saying, Shaq was messing with Superhead. She done been with Jay-Z. She done been with Bobby Brown. She done been with Usher. That girl done been with everybody in the industry. And Shaq done laid his big musky ass. Then she turned around and talked about his ass, about how musky it was. She said his feet stank and he was musky and sweated up her silk sheets. And she said his thing was little and he wasn't good in bed. So you did all that cheating on Shiny. So your ass can be with a woman to come out here and embarrass the hell out of you. Because anybody see Shaq, you got to be like, I know his shit got to be an elephant trunk. But Superhead said he was like that. She maybe she thought it too. That's why she messed with him. But baby, when she got him in there in that bed, he was a mini baby Ruth. All right, he was a mini baby Ruth. Them hoes is about that big. Damn, Shaq. She said your feet stink. You took your shoes off like I'm about to beat that pussy up today. She was like, ew. I'd rather you not, okay? You got to beat that shit up with your shoes on. Pull your shit back like that. Pull your shirt back behind your head and hit that shit real quick and get out of there. People like, don't take your shoes off of here. Hell no. All right? All the Glade plug-in is smoking in the walls when you take your shit off. The Glade plug-ins is smoking in the wall because them bitches is working overtime when Shaq take his shoes off, baby. You hear me? That's size, what did I say, 22, size 24 of funk coming out your shoes, baby. You hear me? Ooh, child. Skunk feet ass. I love you, Shaq, but wash your feet, okay? Because y'all know some of y'all asses get in the shower and y'all just wash and let the bubbles roll down between your toes. Nah, you got to put the rag down there and scrub. Okay? Scrub them feet and get in between there. Okay? Okay? Some of y'all don't be washing y'all feet. You just say, oh, the water ran over. You know, the soap streamed down on them and the water rinsed it off. So they clean. Nah. Nope. Ask Martell how all his shoes be funky like that. Okay? We'll put on window socks. But anyway, so let's get into the next topic. Okay, let's get to the next topic. All right. Y'all here with no skunk feet. Nobody got time for that. We went over there, funk that lady bed up like that. No, funk her bed up like that. Nah, you a whole millionaire out here with funky feet. All right, so let's get into the next topic. What's up, Alicia Transform says she a new sub. Come on over. Yeah, we love to have you, girl. We crazy over here. All right, we act the fool, honey. We raw over here, raw and uncut. I'm the rawest of them all. You better ask about me. Google me, bitch. All right, we raw over here. So thanks for joining, love. All right, she said she's a new subby. Y'all welcome Miss. Let me go back up. What's she at? Y'all welcome Miss Alicia Transform. All right, to the Caramelians. All right, she's a new Caramelian, baby. She said she's a new sub in here. Welcome to Caramelian land, to Pettyville, honey. This is Pettyville. All right, love you down. Thanks for joining. Let's get into the next topic, okay? Now, the young woman who got into a physical situation at the courthouse with Remy Ma, okay? They got Remy Ma's ass arrested. Check this out. So she's still talking ish, okay? She won't done, honey. All right. You know when a person get done cussing your ass out and then they say, and another thing. That's where she's at. She's back on another thing. She ain't through going off and snapping off on Remy Ma's ass. Let's get into it, okay? Daughter of the man Remy Ma's son, allegedly unalive, continues to speak on the recent courthouse altercation, okay? She claims that Remy pointed her finger at her and mean mugged her. All right. At the end of the day, she says, I'm the victim, and is. They said Remy came up in there with a good old attitude at the courthouse. And she talking about Remy's son was broke. He ain't have but $105. I saw that too. How your mama a whole million now? I mean, not that she got to give him no money, but you know, you out here with $105 in your pocket out here taking people's lives. You need to be locked up. For real. You ain't have shit else to do. You should have been on somebody's job. Okay. And your ass wouldn't be in court today. Let's get into what she had to say, because maybe she is going in on Remy Ma.
Remy been saying shit. She been saying shit. The first time she ever came to court, she was in her car, putting her middle finger up, doing mad weird shit. Like, who does that? Who does that? At the end of the day, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. And you don't have to care about what your son did. You do not have to care. But come to court and be respectful. Period. Period. I've been through the same shit. When I did something or people said I did something, I was in court quietly. I'm going to hear what the judge say. Whatever it is what it is. But I'm not going to be acting like somebody else did something to me. I ain't do nothing to you, sweetie. So what you mad for? What you mad for? I can never see my father again. You could still see your bum ass son. Like, stop. I don't care. So since y'all wanted to hear the story, that's the story. Remy been ice grilling me for the 2 little times that she came to court for her fucking son. Okay? We're not gonna have the Mother of the Year award. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. Okay? You're not. With your son having $120 on his account. Stop playing with me. Y'all never gonna play with me. I'm scared of nobody. The fuck? When I told that bitch to come downstairs, I meant come downstairs. But when I thought about it, I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not about to get locked up in front of no fucking courthouse. I've been locked up already. Like, y'all got me fucked up, bitch. Come around the corner. Like, stop playing with me. I don't need to chase no clout, bitch. I've been the clout. This bitch only been to court twice. And the 2 times that she came to court, she was fucking ice grilling me like she had a fucking issue. And that's what happened 2 days ago. And I asked her what happened. Fuck is y'all talking about? I don't need to fucking chase that bitch or say nothing to her. I don't care about her. I didn't even know who the bitch was when I seen her. The only reason why I realized it was hers because I felt somebody staring at me. And when I looked, it was her grilling me and my whole family. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what the hell? Like, Remy been saying shit. She been saying shit.
Well. So this trial been going on for a little bit with Remy's son. And she ain't been up there but twice. But you got time to be on the internet arguing with Papoose and Claressa. Remy, now I like you, Remy, but that's some BS now. You got time to be arguing with Claressa and Papoose every other day. You click your, well, hey, yeah, so I went on Amazon and purchased all these things to put his stuff in, and it's been over a year since he came to get his stuff, and it's still here. You got time for that, but you can't go to the courthouse and be down there for your son. Why you ice grilling old girl at the courthouse when your son took their family member's life? Like, what's up with that? What you mad at them for? They should be ice grilling you when you come up in there. Like, girl, it's the audacity. Now, I don't know if you just mad, stressed out because Claressa and Papoose keep popping out and they just happy. And you ain't got no man now because you were bragging about old Rusty Grill over there. Easy to block. Yeah, that nigga easy, all right. Because he sure was out here texting another female all up in her kitty cat while you all online claiming him, and you hurried up and scrubbed them pictures off that site because you didn't want to look stupid no more. But you all down to the courthouse, all in the videos like Puffy and whatnot, fighting and trying to fight. Now your ass done went to jail. You just got out of jail. Didn't you just get out of jail not too long ago? Right back in there where you began. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow the hell up. Okay? If anything, you should have been grown enough to walk up to their family and say, look, on behalf of my son, I apologize. I know listen, I may not know the pain that you guys feel, but I never want to feel what you guys are feeling. My apologies for what my son did to your loved one. I apologize. My condolences to you. That's how you handle shit like that. Don't come in there mean mugging them like somebody did something to you. That's mad disrespectful. Like you got a huge chip on your shoulder like you think you that bitch like that. And now let me read her ass right quick. Remy, don't run up on me because I got hands too. Now, I'm tired of this. Stay offline on this damn high school BS. Yelling in videos. Like, who is about that? Grow up. Obviously, it's a lot of tension between the family and Remy because they're mad. This situation is heightened. They're thinking about their loved one that was lost senselessly by your son. He committed a crime. He's probably going to spend the rest of his life in prison. So I'm pretty sure you are stressed about that, in addition to some other things with Papoose and some other stuff going on. Claressa every other day want to knock your damn head off. That's got to be very stressful. But at the end of the day, in the meantime and in between time, handle it like adults. Okay, I want this young lady, I want this to be her last time going on live and doing this. If you need to have a conversation, okay, if she don't want to sit down like a grown-ass woman and have a conversation with you, let it go. Let it go, because at this point, it kind of does, if it keeps happening, it gives clout chase. Just like it did when Remy was doing the shit she was doing with Papoose. After a while, after so many times, people see it as a clout chase. You said what you had to say on the video when you guys were in front of the courthouse, when y'all were about to fight. Now you're back doing this one. You did another video in your car when you was explaining all this stuff. Like, let it go. I'm not going to keep chasing somebody like that to make them say something I want them to say. Fuck her. Your life does not revolve around her. She don't wake you up, nor does she rock you to sleep at night, baby. She don't breathe in your face, pay your bills, none of that. She don't crack your back when you need it. Girl, let it go. Let it go. That go for anybody else. Stop stressing over people who are not fucking factors in your life and situations. Like, no, arguing with her don't put no money in your pocket. It really don't. So let's move on, child. Let's move on. You got to get to a point where you just don't care no more. Grieve, pray about that thing, and let it go. That's all you can do. You running your blood pressure up over somebody who don't even care. I promise you, Remy is watching this video like, I don't care. I don't care. I promise you that's what she's doing. So don't waste your breath, honey, and run your blood pressure up over that. Let's get into Monique, comedian Monique. All right. So let's jam. I'm home today. Sipping. Hey, not hot toddy. Mommy said she ready to jam. She ready for the jam session. It's coming. We're going to jam out here in a minute. Okay. All right. So Monique, comedian Monique says that she doesn't do religion. Said that you called it God. She says, I call it the universe. She says, I belong to the group called Love. She says that God got a lot of rules. Monique is always talking out of turn. Okay. I mean, who do you think wake you up in the morning? Love? Who do you think gives you the activity of your limbs every day? Love? Okay. Who do you think created everything that you see every time you open your eyes around you, including the stupid ass man that calls you wife, that you call daddy? Love? Sometimes ignorance can definitely be a downfall for people. And Monique stayed talking out of turn. And sometimes the things that come out of her mouth, I'd be like, what? This is why your ass got blackballed the last time. Don't make the Lord blackball you, okay? The industry already blackballed your ass. Now, don't make the Lord up and have to blackball you to remind your ass who he is, okay? You don't believe in him until your ass get somewhere in a wheelchair and you're slobbing out the side of your damn mouth and your arm like this. Then you know it's a God. That's how some people be. You get to talking that crazy-ish, and God put you in a position where you really got to acknowledge that you do know about him and that he is really legit running this thing down here and anywhere else. All right. Don't be in the hospital with tubes running in and out your ass and in your mouth before you have to hop online and say, you know what, God, there is a God. All that stuff I was talking about there, I don't know. It is a God. It's a God. It's really a God. Oh, he know how to bring you full circle. You better watch your mouth in here. Now, I don't play by my God in here now. Y'all know that's how it be. People get to talking. I don't believe in God. And you believe in whatever you want to believe in, okay? But you got to know that some things only move by a higher power, okay? If all this other stuff. I grew up Church of God in Christ, and I hear all this other crazy stuff that they have out here, child, all these different religions. Be whatever religion you want to be. But at the end of the day, it should always revolve around God. It should always come back to God. If you want to be Church of God in Christ, Holiness, Baptist, Presbyterian, Methodist, it don't matter. As long as you're talking about God. I don't care. We all going, it's not a Methodist heaven. There's not a Church of God in Christ heaven. There's not a Catholic heaven. We all going to the same place. So at the end of the day, stop being stupid. See, when you get into Hollywood, they start teaching you all these doctrines and stuff. All right, you better kowtow. Let's get into what she had to say.
Are you a Christian?
No.
You're not a Christian? Do you believe in God?
I believe in the universe.
How about God?
You call it God, I call it the universe. The universe is everywhere. So I believe everything starts with the universe. The love I have for the universe allows me to love everybody with no judgment whatsoever. Whatever you do, however you do it. So I don't play in groups. I don't play Christianity. I don't play Muslim. I don't play Baptist. I simply play love. I belong to the group called Love, and I believe in the universe.
So when you say universe, are you saying the universe is God?
Right. Yes, that's you call it God. I say the universe. I say it's always, everywhere, all the time, sees all things, everything. So what you say God, because see, for me, in my humble opinion, especially in our community, God got a lot of restrictions. God got a lot of rules. God jealous. God be mad as shit, Jesse. God gonna punish you and send you to hell. I don't want to fool with him. God costs 10% of my money. Well, wait a minute. Why am I paying? What am I? So for me, it got to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I just say, I want to just love you, and that's it.
Amazing. Are you a Christian?
No.
You're not a Christian?
Let's stop it right there. He asked her, is she a Christian? Maybe she doesn't know what the definition of being a Christian is. A Christian is to be Christ-like. It's to do all the things that Christ would do, all right? Positive things, not negative. Obviously, you don't know the definition of being a Christian. That's the only thing it means is to be Christ-like. To be like Christ, what like they say, what would Jesus do? To be Christ-like is to be a Christian. It doesn't mean that you are saying that I'm Muslim or Presbyterian or Methodist, Church of God in Christ, holiness. It doesn't mean any of that. It means to be Christ-like, to be a Christian. Educate yourself. Read. Sometimes people don't like to read. They like to hear what other people say versus picking up a book and reading and educating themselves on what Christianity really means. Okay. A lot of people say they don't believe in the Bible, that the Bible, who was the Bible written by? A lot of people like to get into that deep, deep stuff. For me, I know that when I pray, things happen. Okay. Good things. I know when I'm going through things in my life that I can pray to God and he turns those things around. I know that from some of the things that I've been through in my life, if it wasn't for prayer and me believing in God and a higher power, that I probably would not exist. Okay. And that's how you have to look at things. A lot of people say, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. Again, believe in what you want to believe. If you want to be an atheist, be that. It's not my job to convince you otherwise. Just know that when you're going through something very crazy and very weird and some tumultuous times in your life, who do you talk to that can help turn those things around? Okay. I'm just saying. We've all been through some things in our lives where we had to say, okay, God, I don't understand this, but I trust a God who understands and who made understanding. Yet I'm going to wait until you make me understand what it is that I'm going through. And know that he is capable to change those things. But sometimes it's contingent. It's contingent upon you doing some things, because all the time we're always asking for things. But what we don't understand is that when you ask for things, sometimes we don't say thank you when we get said things. So sometimes he make you wait so that you can realize who he really is. I don't know who I'm talking to. Y'all get exactly what I'm saying. Okay. A lot of things we ask for, a lot of things from God. And it's always the people who don't believe in God is always asking for those things when they get into a effed up situation. Okay. You get into a bad accident, you think you're going to die. Who do you call? God. Oh my God. Oh, people pray for me, please. Can we get everyone, please pray for me? Why? You don't believe in God. Why? Why should it always be to where you have to go through something so bad to where it's a life or death situation before you believe in God? Something that is all seeing, all knowing. How do you think you got here? Even if you don't believe in, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, all the way back in Genesis. Even if you don't believe those passages, believe what you see and or feel and or know. Miracles happen every day. Miracles happen every day. I've seen it. I've seen a person who the doctors told will never walk again, that they will be in a wheelchair. They're walking. Granted, they're walking on these little arm things, but they're walking where the doctor told them they will forever be in a wheelchair and never walk again. From a football accident where they got tackled and hit in their spine and they could not walk for years. And I was sitting in church, and this is a true, and I'm just going to say, I'm sitting in church. And y'all know when those mothers and those pastors and those bishops get up there and get to praying and they put that oil on you, it's something about that oil. They prayed for this young man. And he kept coming to church every Sunday. They kept praying for this young boy. And when I tell you, they stood him up out of that wheelchair, and I kind of sat up in church. I was like, what are they doing? Why are they taking him out of the wheelchair? They anointed this boy on his back. And they pray. I'm talking about everybody had hands on him, praying for him. His legs started trembling, y'all. I kid you not. His legs started trembling. And you could see him literally pick up a foot and move it forward. I said, doggone it. If you don't believe in God, because doctors are not always right. I'm trying to tell you. This boy legs start trembling, and that foot, when I tell you that foot came off the floor, and that foot went forward, and that other leg started shaking, baby. I said, Lord, let me find out this boy is getting ready to walk in here after he done stood up in church and told everybody, the doctors told him he won't ever walk. You better be careful saying what you don't believe in, because you'll get put in a situation where you will have to change your mind. I'm just saying. Shout out to Chef Don Don. He know. He's Church of God in Christ. He know. I've seen some stuff. I mean, I can talk about me. Let's make it about me. I done told y'all. I wasn't supposed to be here. Y'all weren't supposed to be looking at me. I told this before. 7 years old, my life was supposed to be cut off. Riding in the back of my mother's car, and an 18-wheeler went to sleep behind the wheel and smashed in the back of my mama's car. I was in the back seat laying down. The entire back of the car was crushed. When the car came to a halt and the police and everybody got to the scene, my mom had scratches, glass in her eye, and I told this before, and I will keep telling it. This is my testimony. Okay? Caramel had to be cut out of the car by the jaws of life. I didn't even know what the jaws of life was until that day. They had to cut me out of the car because everything was smashed. When I got out of the back of that car, I didn't have a scratch on me. I didn't have a bruise on me because I was laying down. And the police told my mom, had I been sitting up in the back seat of that car, I would have been decapitated because of the way the back seat folded in. My mom had to be rushed to the hospital to be checked out. She had no broken bones, anything, that was serious enough for her to stay overnight. They just did checkups. I walked out of an accident where a car was totally lost and the entire back of the car was smashed in. I was asleep in the back of that car. And they had to use them things like, I'm waking up freaking out because I couldn't get out. I'm like, what is going on? They came and all you can hear was, y'all know how the jaws of life is, like that. And they cut the whole back part of the car and got me out. And the people are looking at me, the Mercy wagon, the people, the police looking at everybody standing out there looking at me like, how did they get this girl out of this car? And she, one, is alive and she's walking around, nothing broken. Me, Caramel, me. I was not supposed to be here. So if anybody believe in God, it's definitely me. Anybody believe in God, it's definitely me. Fast forward. I fell in a pool 8 feet deep as a child, did not know how to swim, and was in the pool for minutes and did not die. Me. Family members jumped in and got me out. I had no damage. No brain damage. We went to college, top of our class. Okay? No damage. I'm sitting here talking to you today. I was not supposed to be here. I've been in a shootout before. Can I keep going? Fast forward. I've had so many instances in my life where I was not supposed to be here. That's why I said it's something, there's some type of special spiritual something on my life. I don't fully understand it. But I just know that one Sunday morning I got up and went to church after going out and partying. Because in my mama's house, well, you can go out, but on Sunday you're going to church. It was understood. I don't care if you came in at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sunday school starts at 10. So you better hurry up and get them 5 hours in, get it up, curl that hair, get dressed, brush your teeth, and I need to see you at church. And I hope you're not too tired because you got to lead a song today. Because my mama was the choir director of our mass choir. So we had to be on the choir. Sick, well, whatever. I grew up saying, I hate my life. But a bitch can sing on key, soprano, alto, and tenor. We can sing them all. Okay. Thank you, mama. I didn't understand it back then, but I do now. I said all that to say this. I got up and went to church one Sunday. They had a guest preacher there. Never seen this person ever, never met him, did not know him, nothing. This pastor, and y'all know how it is in Church of God in Christ, holding the churches, called me, and I was tired. I went out that night. I was like, oh God, can we just get done with church? called me to the front of the church. I was like, okay, what is this? Get up there. You know how they pray for you? He called me and he just like spoke a lot of things to my life. You're going to talk to a lot of people. You're going to do this. You're going to sing one day. You're going to da-da-da-da. But they prayed for me. They put oil on me and they prayed over me. My grandmother was there. She's a pastor. She prayed over me. Other ministers were there. They prayed for me. Okay. And this pastor put his hand on my forehead and he told me some things about myself that I didn't even know he knew. I know nobody told him. It had to be a spiritual thing. Things that I've been through in my life and told me, you're supposed to be here for a reason. He said, you are anointed and you're going to help a lot of people in your life. You're going to bless a lot of people. But more importantly, God is going to use you to do some things. I can't tell you everything because people be like, ugh. Because sometimes people be a little jealous when they hear things. I ain't going to tell it all. But the things that this pastor, this person told me, as I go through my life, I'm starting to see those things. And it's starting to make sense to me. So when people say they don't believe in God, I be like, how? How do you not believe in God? How do you not believe in God? How is it that you wake up every morning? The things that you just do that people take for granted, how do you not believe in those things, in the person who allow you to do those things? So when people say that, I just be like, y'all are crazy. Because I know that I've been in situations where I was not supposed to be here. Let's fast forward. Let me tell y'all again, for some of you that did not hear, I was in a shootout. I dated some thug ass niggas back in the day. Yes, I did. Okay. At a club with a few cousins and friends. Okay. We outside talking, getting ready to leave. Some guys got to arguing. The next thing you know, we heard that. Y'all know what that means, right? We're hitting the ground in our nice, attire. Because, you go to the club, you got your good stuff on. We're on the ground taking cover. And what you hear is ding, ding, ding around you. That's shells falling. Okay. Somebody died that night. But guess who didn't? Me. I'm here. I'm here. There were holes in people's cars and windshields around me. But guess who didn't get hit? Not one time. I didn't get grazed. Me. I was there. I remember like it happened yesterday. Me. From hanging around the wrong people. Yeah. So I know those are 3 instances. It only took 3 times for me. Some people are like, oh my God, that first 3 times that I was not supposed to be here. So if anyone believe in God, it's me. I'm telling you. And that was probably one of the scariest times of my life. Just because it could have hit me. It could have hit me when the police got there and they looked at all of the places where these shots, where they put the cones and stuff down. Most of the shots were in the area I was in. But thankfully, I was on the ground damn near under a car, hiding and taking cover. Nothing hit me or the people that was with me, but someone died that night. Yeah. But it wasn't me. All right. So said all that to say this. Stop running around saying what you don't believe in, because you could be put in situations that will make you believe. Okay. Let's move on. All right. Let's move on, child. Because I can go on and on and on. So that's why I don't worry about stuff, honey. I know the hand that's on my life. I don't worry about it. People say stuff about, I don't worry about it, honey. I know who I am and I know what God already has in line for me. Okay. So just keep living, honey. Keep living and keep trusting God and keep doing what you need to do. And he will always show you who he is. Okay. Let's move on. Ooh, child. All right. Sometimes it makes, and I'm not a crier, but sometimes it makes me kind of reflect and I almost become emotional when I think about how I almost did not make it in certain situations. I was just like, wow, I was not supposed to be here, but I'm really supposed to be here because everybody that's here really is on some type of an assignment. Okay. And when it's your time to go, then it's your time to go. But obviously of those things that I went through, it was not my time at that time. And obviously it's not my time today because I'm sitting here talking to you. If it was my time, I wouldn't have woke up this morning. So obviously it's something else that's meant for me to do. So I try to, do things to the best of my ability and get those things done. All right. So let's move on to the next topic. Let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. All right. Housewives from a housewife. Shout out to you guys. Carlos King, child. Carlos King is getting into this Britt Edie and Shamia drama. Now they've been going back and forth. Y'all know on the last episode, Britt Edie and Shamia got into this little scuffle, and I told you guys about Britt Edie blurting out that Shamia, it is known all over Atlanta that Shamia is cheating on her husband. I hope that's not true, because she and her husband look like they're happy. But then again, you just never know what's going on in people's house. Let's get into what Carlos King and Dustin and Claudia Jordan had to say about the situation.
Sometimes it is hard for me to watch reality TV because I know how it works. And every once in a while, I'll see a moment that I'm like, I break the fourth wall in my head. Mm-hmm. Shamia did not want to talk to Britt after her performance. She did. It's evident. They told Shamia, which nothing's wrong with that. You're doing a job. Shamia, go talk to Britt. And she was like, really? After my event, I gotta talk. Well, she's here. We need to wrap this storyline up, girl, which is the right thing to do. Wrap it up. But to see how reluctant Shamia was sort of like what happens when you have an annoying ex-boyfriend who is not happy that you moved on. Shout out to Claudia Jordan, honey. I'm teasing. Claudia can take a joke. So Shamia is like, sometimes.
What y'all think about it? I think there's a little jealousy when it comes to Britt Edie and Shamia. I think Shamia, you know how when you bring somebody around you, when they see how you really living, then they become a little jealous. I feel like that's what it is with Britt Edie. Y'all know in the beginning of the season, Shamia invited all the ladies to her home to see how she lived. Beautiful, immaculate house, $9 million house. That's a lot of house in Atlanta, because you can get a lot of house for about $800,000 you live in. Okay, you serving the girls in Atlanta under $800,000. But imagine she's living in a $9 million home, beautiful estate. Okay, she and her husband now own Kia McCroy's home, because they bought their home as well, for those of you that didn't know. So Shamia and her husband, they rolling in money. So of course, you know, she invited Britt Edie and the other girls to her home. So Britt, she kind of came over and they got to looking around like, I know you lying, okay? I know you lying in here. But since then, it's kind of been like a little back and forth between Britt Edie and Shamia. It's like Britt Edie always has an issue and want to be coming forward and throwing little slick jabs at Shamia, and they wind up arguing over the most simplest thing. Okay? Yeah, maybe it's just not meant for y'all to be friends, because when the people show where Britt, and it's not about where somebody lives, but I'm just saying sometimes people don't like when you're doing a little bit better than them, and they find a way to be mad at you and always picking and prodding at little stuff that really don't matter. Really small things, and you turn it into something big, and you want to always argue. We've seen Shamia and Britt going back and forth quite a bit this season, but thankfully Britt will not be back next season, because Bravo has officially fired her. Andy Cohen, to be exact, fired her, of course, after we got wind of the lawsuit that she filed against Bravo and NBC Universal. She shouldn't have been there anyway, because she really didn't give anything but attitude this whole damn season. So yeah, so what y'all think about that? I really wish that things could have been better for them, but then sometimes it's just not meant to be. I don't feel like it was meant to be for Britt Edie to be on the show. She did not mesh with any of the other girls, and it was like she was a fish out of water. So maybe they can go ahead and plug somebody else up in there now, being that hey, she's out of there, okay? But thank you, Carlos, for talking on everything Bravo and nothing on again. Okay, bye. All right, let's move on. Now, someone who has made it very much so known that they are ready to come back to the show is none other than Simon Gubadia's ex-wife, Fallon. All right. Fallon put up a little message, child. As you guys can see here, that is her page, Fallon, with the check mark, meaning she's verified, honey. They says, it's that time again, ask me anything. And they're asking her, would you consider to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta again if asked to come, okay? And she's saying here, yes. Now, I saw another post a little bit back where Fallon was mentioning that, had she been on the show, the ratings would have been better. Like, had I been on the show, that things would have been this, things would have been that. Like, she brought all the ratings when she was on there. So they said the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Fallon Penner makes it clear that if the people want her, then she would come to play with the Peaches. So she's ready to come back on the show. What do you guys think? Are you guys ready for Fallon to be back? Do y'all want to see her back on the show? Do you feel that when she was on the show that she brought something that was just so, oh my God, that she needs to be back on the show? No, I don't. Okay. Y'all put a one in the chat if you feel like Fallon would be a great addition back to the show. Put a 2 if it's a hell no for you. All right, we ain't gonna stay on that too long. I already know I'm gonna see a whole bunch of 2s when we get to it, child. All right, moving on. Still on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kelly Farrell from Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is her first season, but she is getting kind of blasted for some financial shit that she might be going through. Kelly does have some restaurants, I think like a chicken and waffle restaurant or whatever. But it looks like she may have extended herself just slightly because according to the Girls Are Fighting, they're saying that Kelly Farrell is sued for alleged 5-figure credit card debt. Okay. Can't get too many of them things, homegirl. All right, dial it back. If you ain't got the money like that, don't jump out there, honey, because the people will, especially with you being a public figure. All right. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Farrell, honey, is sued over alleged 5-figure credit card debt. Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Farrell was sued by a debt collector over an alleged 5-figure bill, according to U.S. Weekly Can exclusively reports. Now, according to the court documents filed on May 5th, obtained by U.S. Navy Federal Credit Union, filed a complaint against Kelly. All right. She also had something going on with her restaurant where she was getting sued too. So it's like she's getting it both ways. Now, I said the suit alleges that Kelly owes a total of $26,434.86. Now, the credit union said that they demanded payment, but Farrell has failed and neglected to refuse to make payment upon the account. Now, the suit demanded the entire unpaid balance plus attorney's fees. Yikes. Now, Kelly's representative says that Kelly has not been served with any paperwork from Navy Federal Credit Union, which is an account that was shared with her now ex-husband, okay, Mr. Farrell. Due to her ex-husband currently being in the middle of bankruptcy proceedings, we cannot comment on the matter. He also was saying, she said on the show too, that he went to court for something dealing in their divorce and he got arrested. So I don't know if he had some type of warrant or something going on, but she's been going through it with that ex-husband. So if this was something that they shared, especially if his name was on it, the debt is half his debt as well as hers. So they're going to go after both of them, especially with them. Now, I think her divorce is finalized rather, but if her name was on the card as well as his, they should be suing both of them and not just her. She should not be the only person that they're coming after for this said debt. Okay. All right, so that's it for Kelly, honey. That's it for Kelly. She's a businesswoman. She'll figure it out. All right, so a woman apologizes. Cardi B's new man child, Stefan Diggs, was allegedly cheating on Cardi with this woman, okay? Now, the woman apologizes after posting pictures at Stefan Diggs' Maryland mansion, despite publicly dating Cardi B. What were you doing there? If he's dating Cardi, what you doing over there? All right. So it says here in the caption, about to take the fattest nap in this thunderstorm. Oh my God, this is bliss. All right, so let's get into what this girl had to say. He obviously has a type because she does kind of favor Cardi a little bit. Now, this would be a crazy situation, being that Offset was fanning out and used to be a fan of Stefan Diggs. And now it said that Offset is dating Stefan Diggs' ex-girlfriend, and now Stefan Diggs is dating Cardi, which is Offset's ex-wife. This is weird, right? And now Stefan Diggs is said to be cheating on Cardi with this female. Let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to the Girls Are Fighting. Let's unmute.
That was posted because I don't want it to continue to insinuate a story that is untrue. I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm not really used to the app for real, but nonetheless, I'm not connected to anybody in a relationship, nor do I have any prior history with anybody in a relationship, nor was I there at the house for somebody in a relationship. So any stories based on these allegations are absolutely false. And I hope nobody has to be tied to these false pretenses. Really quick, I just want to apologize for a video that was posted because I don't want it to continue to insinuate a story that is untrue. I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm not really used to the app for real, but nonetheless, I'm not connected to anybody in a relationship, nor do I have any prior history with anybody in a relationship, nor was I there at the house for somebody in a relationship. So any stories based on these allegations are absolutely false. And I hope nobody has to be tied to these false pretenses. Really quick, I just want to apologize.
So why are you apologizing? You should have never been there. I think it's publicly known that Cardi and Stefan are dating, But then again, I got to put that on Stefan Diggs. If you were in his house, that means he let you in. So that questions the respect that he has for Cardi, which he is said to be now publicly dating, to have other women in his home. I don't care if you were taking a nap, go home and do that, because it's not a good look. And I feel like you went live on purpose so that you could let everybody know that you were at Stefan Diggs' house. Why did you go live? Why did you go live? Maybe he cussed you out because Cardi cussed him out because you went live to make her look stupid by saying that you were at his house when they were supposed to be dating. She's already going through an offset for multiple women popping up saying they've been with her husband. And now she's trying to move on with Stefan Diggs. And now here you are popping up with a live video in this man's house. You did it on purpose, and ain't nobody going to tell me different, for clout and attention, to try to make Cardi look stupid. But I'm pretty sure Stefan Diggs cussed you out real good for doing that. I'm pretty sure he did. All right. So now you won't hear apologizing when your ass should have never clicked live. Like, if he's seeing you behind the scenes, and I'm not saying it's right, because Cardi, you still married. All right. So you really shouldn't be with him anyway. But the fact that y'all are saying you in a relationship, I don't feel like this particular person should be there. But technically, Stefan is single and you're not. You still have papers on you, Cardi, and Stefan does not. So really, he can see who he wants to. But if he is trying to be in a committed relationship with you, and he's telling everyone that you guys are in said, committed relationship, it's not a good look. But technically, he could be with who he chooses to, because you guys are not married. So y'all can put in the chat what y'all think about that. This young woman clicked that live so she could tell everybody she was at his house, and I don't think that was right. All right. Y'all know she ain't just go over there and take no nap. You take a nap after after you do what you're doing is when you take the nap, because everybody's tired then, right? You go in there and get that rag and ranch off and take a whole bath and lay your ass down. Okay, then you get up and go make him some breakfast the next morning if he let you spend the night. Okay, if he don't let you spend the night, you already know what it is, right, women? If your man kick you out after he get that thing, then you ain't nobody, girl. But if he let you sleep over and you get up and make him make breakfast, get into it. All right, so let's get into the next topic. All right, so a new Tennessee law revokes a teen's driving privileges for bully offenses. I've never heard of this, but let's get into it. This sounds good.
Student bullying has new consequences starting tomorrow. A new law takes effect that could keep minors from driving or getting a driver's permit.
Lawmakers say they have tracked an increase in bullying and cyberbullying among teens, and they hope this will make them think twice. News 2's Mai Owens explains.
For teens, getting behind the wheel is a rite of passage. But bullying will soon put the brakes on that feeling of freedom.
I think this is a deterrent. A lot of kids nowadays wants to get their license when they get 16, and it's an incentive not to bully other people.
Tennessee lawmakers are hoping to send a message.
With that, Mr. Speaker, I renew my motion.
Starting this week, a new law requires juvenile judges to suspend a minor's driver's license or ability to get a permit for 1 year if the teen is found guilty for bullying or cyberbullying.
It's not just looking at it as peer conflict, but actually looking at it as something that carries a much greater burden on the young person.
The organization STAR.
I see you, Mods. Thank y'all so much for alerting me that we need a jam session. We'll get that in as soon as this finishes, okay? Thank you.
Are standing for students taking a right stand. Say the highest rate of bullying occurs in 4th, 5th, and middle school. But he's hopeful this new law will bring a new awareness to the issue.
It could be a deterrent for some folks that really don't want to lose that sacred privilege of getting that license and driving. So, you got to balance it out. It might work for some, and it may have no impact for others. But it is an attempt by the legislature to actually do something to address an issue that is extremely harmful.
Mai Owens, News 2.
Now, judges may allow limited exceptions for driving to and from school, to and from work, or church services.
So what do y'all think about that? Children who are caught bullying will have their driving privileges restricted for 1 year. What do y'all think about this new law that they're putting in place? This is starting in Tennessee. This law is in Tennessee, where the law will revoke a teen's driving privileges for bullying offenses. Do you think that that's going to stop them from bullying. I think maybe some little probationary time or something like that, dealing with the courts may help, because a lot of these kids nowadays who are being bullied are taking their lives because it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. It's psychological. Anytime a person is bullying another person, they're trying to get into your psyche. If they can continue to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and keep coming for you in that way to try to tear you down and make you believe the things that they're saying to you, it is a form of bullying. And sometimes people and or children cannot take that, and they end their lives because they can't take that pressure. Okay? Seriously, parents, teach your children that bullying is wrong. And if any parents watching me right now, if you're a bully, you need to revisit some things about yourself as well. Because children do what they see. If they're seeing mom and daddy out here bullying and meeting up kids at the bus stop ready to fight, you're the problem. You are the problem. Like, let's stop this mess and be parents. Stop being, friends to your parents. Friends to your kids, and be parents to your children and teach them the right way. It's our job, because at the end of the day, now the way the law works, if your child does something crazy, then you could be charged for it. So why put yourself in a situation thinking that it's funny for your child to be out here acting like a little Billy Badass at school or anywhere and wind up doing something that's going to land you in jail as well? Yeah. And then your child gonna have a record, and sometimes they'll be charged as adults, depending on what the crime is. So you better start stepping up and being parents. No one should be bullying anyone, whether it's at school, in the store, at home, social media, wherever. It's wrong. And if you're sitting back and watching it and saying, "Oh, that's not my child," we are living in a day and age where, adults can't say things to other people's kids. But if you see a child doing something wrong, hey, baby, don't do that. It's the way you say it. Baby, don't do that. That's not right. Okay? I'm old school, where I grew up, where people could tell you, anybody could tell you right from wrong. And you get an attitude, they tell your mama, and when your mama tell you behind up, and when you get home, and when your daddy get home, you're going to probably get it again. Anybody could tell you what to do when I was growing up. But now, parents be ready to fight you if you say something to their kids. But, I think it's the way you say it to them. Hey, baby, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not right. Okay. If you get mad over somebody saying it like that to you, then you the problem. Okay. If you don't want nobody saying nothing to your kids, raise them right. Moving on. Because child, we got some very disrespectful kids out here nowadays. Let's get into some Diddy stuff, child. As you guys know, yesterday, Diddy was found guilty of only 2 charges, which I feel should have definitely been connected to trafficking. The trafficking charges should have been picked up as guilty charges as well. But when you got stupid ass jurors who don't understand the law, did not fully pay attention to all of the testimonies that were given, obviously, I feel like Diddy had a way of manipulating their decision when he kept turning around, making faces at the jury, and the judge had to check him. Maybe somebody could have felt intimidated in terms of voting a certain type of way. I don't see how the hell he got off on not trafficking, but engaging in the man act of prostitution. I don't get that, because they kind of go hand in hand if you think about it. I'm just saying. So you let somebody who's been getting away with something since the 90s again get away with this. And usually when the feds have a case against you, it's usually airtight. But I feel like something's been manipulated. When you have a person as powerful as Diddy with as much money, then certain things can't slip through the crack. I'm gonna go ahead and share this, and then we're gonna go ahead with our jam session before we get into this topic, because we need to get the likes up, guys. Thank you. We are 375 people in watching, and let's get them up. What's the likes looking like, guys? Let's go ahead and get these likes up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Hey, let's go. Likes up. Likes up. Hey. 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 Tap that like and come on back in. Tap the like for me. Hey. Tap the like. Tap the like. Everybody, tap the like. Tap the like. Hey, hey. Tap that like, y'all. Let's go. Hey, hey. Tap the like, tap the like. I see him going up. Let's get it, let's get it. Hey, let's get it. Get the likes up. Hey, get the likes up. Get them up, get them up. Hey. Get the like, get the like. All right, let's get into our show. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Step out and step back in. All right, step out and step back in. Step out, tap that like, and come on back. Let's get into the show. Somebody said I'm here on time. Hey, all right. So ABC contributor calls Diddy verdict a slap in the face. Yes, it was for the victims. It says that this is going to deter victims from coming forward. It may. It may, because you have a lot of people who were probably victimized by Diddy that did not speak up as of yet, and they're probably afraid because he is a very powerful person. He can get things done without even touching nobody because he have people that are willing to do things for him, allegedly. All right. So it could be very nerve-wracking for someone who's been through some of the same things that people were on the stand, like Cassie and Jane Doe, testifying that they endured and or went through. If this has been going on for years and years, we know that Cassie and Jane Doe are not the only victims. So at the end of the day, for them to come forward and tell their story, all the nasty, egregious things that they went through, it's disappointing that that we didn't get full justice that was actually sought in this case. Diddy once again is winning, and I feel like his money, his celebrity status, and other things could have contributed to him being found not guilty on the things he should have been found guilty of. So let's get into what they had to say here, because I fully agree with that.
Well, your thoughts on what this means for the victims.
For the victims, I think this is a slap in the face for the victims. I think this is going to deter victims from coming forward and telling their story and being the voice for the voiceless, in the sense of representing other victims that are not willing to come forward. I know that for a fact, I'm sure that the prosecution right now is very upset with this verdict, because they definitely put a lot of time into this prosecution, into this investigation. And they also did a lot of comforting of trying to give strength to these women, to Jane and to Cassie, to come forward, to show their face, to share their story. And this is not just like any other regular domestic violence case or just any type of abuse case. You're dealing that they were stepping forward to speak against a music mogul, a person who had the key to New York City, one of the most powerful people in the industry. So just think of how scared they were to come forward and to tell their story, and scared of what could happen once they came forward. Because I'm sure with social media and people talking in the news that they have received a lot of threats and people commenting about who they are and what they've done, and that they are liars. But they, and they alone, know what happened to them. And they had prosecutors that believed in them and believed their story and became their voice.
Well, your thoughts on what
everything she said, that does make people feel like, yeah, I ain't about to say nothing because look at what's happening. And then with the possibility of him getting right out after these not guilty verdicts, it had people scrambling. Okay, it had people scrambling like Don Richard from Danny D. Kane / Dirty Money. She and her attorney, Lisa Bloom, wrote up something saying, he better not be getting out. Cassie and her attorneys had to write something. Like, it's a lie. Cassie's hairstylist and stylist had to write something saying, I've seen this firsthand. I mean, I feel like the judge also went back and thought about the video from Cassie and Diddy at the hotel where he was assaulting her. I think he took all of those things into account in terms of his decision of allowing Diddy to get right out. Now, I'm glad they did not let him get any bond, because he's a dangerous individual. Diddy is manipulative, and I think the judge is seeing that. Okay, when he had to check him in court, he was turning around making faces like, and the judge like, turn your ass around. You shouldn't be looking at the jury. And then we hear that one juror just magically did not understand verbatim what was going on in terms of how this person should vote. according to the evidence that was brought to them. And he's supposed to be a whole I want to say like a Harvard major or something like that. Somebody who was really smart. Somebody who went to one of the best schools, but you sitting up here and all of a sudden now you don't know how to vote and you don't understand the jury, what the judge is asking the jury to do. I find it very hard to believe. Ain't nobody that damn slow. I mean, you sitting here, y'all don't watch FO videos and everything in this damn trial. Y'all done seen enough Diddy oil to not have to see any more oil. I mean, shit, you shouldn't even want to see no oil get put in your car after seeing the Diddy trial. But all of a sudden, now you don't know how to vote. You don't know what the judge is saying, nor do you understand. Okay, let's continue, child. I'm still baffled by this. Now, another celebrity who came forward, she is a female comedian, and I appreciate her for this. I do follow her, Miss Lunel. Y'all know she's raw in the mouth, baby. I love her. Miss Lunel, baby, reads down and she's crazy. She say whatever she wants to say, and I love her for that. But she spoke up and gave her account of how she feels about how this Diddy trial came out. All right, so comedian Lunel reacts to Diddy verdict. She says that nobody cares about what men do to women, and it's very sad AF to me. Okay. So she wrote a post here. Says, so ladies, we're dead in the water. Says that people are cheering for this mess, for this nasty man with the demon sign. Says that nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about what men do to women. It's sad AF to me. It says that all his enablers and helpers, they should that they just get to skip away scot-free. Well, they really didn't skip away scot-free. They did get immunity for those that came forward to tell on Diddy. All right, they did get immunity. Trust and believe that. She says, hurry, run, and get your baby oil and let the freak-offs begin again. So she said, hey, y'all letting him out? This shit gonna happen again. More women are gonna be victimized. More women are gonna be abused. And all the things that the women have come forward to talk about and testify in this case is going to happen again if he gets out. He's not going to stop because this is who he is. All right, Diddy been having hands for women since the 90s. And now that he is sitting in court, being held accountable, you guys are saying, no, we don't see any trafficking here. We don't see that. I don't see that here. So I got to check no. It could be your daughter next. The same people sitting up here checking no on trafficking. If you let him out, it could be your child next. Because it wasn't just women who we're hearing that was victimized. It was men as well. Let's not forget that a whole new lawsuit just came out with Diddy and his son, Chrisean Combs, violating a female who they told to come fly out somewhere for a job. So she was lured somewhere with the understanding that she was going to work for Bad Boy Records, only to get there and something be put in her drink, and she was gang R-worded, according to her. This is who y'all let off. Okay, Diddy. Another man just came forward in a separate lawsuit to say that he was invited to a Diddy party. Upon getting there, and he got a drink, because everything happens after the drink. Upon drinking his drink, he felt lightheaded and did not feel himself. He wandered into a room and he had to lay down because the room was spinning like crazy. Upon him doing that, he said when he opened his eyes, in walks Diddy, unbuckling his clothes, and told him, you about to get this Diddy love. He said he was sexually assaulted. And when he tried to fight back, Diddy's security were there, allegedly. Go and read it. It's out there. Okay, he was made to sign an NDA that he better not tell nothing that happened at that party that was done to him that he may have seen, heard, or experienced. But now he's come out to talk about it. Okay, so a lot of women have been hushed, quieted down by NDAs by Diddy and his people and the powers that be. And y'all sit up here and check no when you see all the evidence before you. I don't understand it. Shout out to Lunel, honey, for speaking out, because that's what needs to be done. Notice no celebrities came forward to testify for his ass because they already know what it is. They already know what it is. Not one celebrity. And how many Diddy parties did he have with thousands of celebrities and other people at these parties? None of these people said, hey, I know Diddy. I'll go testify that I ain't never seen none of this. No one. And the one person that did show up there is batshit crazy. And they wouldn't believe nothing he had to say if he did say it. And that was Kanye West. All right. Let's get on into the next topic. Armand Wiggins was seen once the Diddy verdict was read, applying the Diddy oils upon him outside of the courthouse. A lot of people had something to say about it. They did not like it. I saw a few people in the comments saying this is why I unsubscribed to him because of shit like this. So I don't know if he's losing subscribers. I don't know. I'm just reading comments like everybody else. But a lot of people saying this is giving very poor taste, and I can't believe he would say that. And what about the women who were victimized, et cetera, et cetera. So Armand Wiggins is back to explain the baby oil incident that everyone saw on yesterday. All right, let's get into it.
Clear. So the whole thing with the baby oil, the people that's been watching me, and I know, first of all, shout to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk, because he said he credited me, but a lot of people are saying Diddy supporters. It wasn't necessarily about Diddy supporters. The people that's been watching me for a long time know that I was reenacting a lot of the moments from the trial. So the more oil thing had became a part of that. And people would yell more oil at me.
Do it, more oil, more oil.
Well, we're in a restaurant. But people would yell more oil at me outside, right? And so why not? If I'm squirting oil on myself in the middle of a live stream, why wouldn't we do it on a day right there as a creator to bring out the baby oil? So it wasn't about Diddy supporters. To be honest, it was more about Armand Wiggins show brand.
I agree, because you branded oil this trial.
The fact that was a part of the shtick, you know? And so we had a couple of clout chasers jump in it, and then it became Diddy supporters. But that's not what it was. But I've been oiled up since the beginning of the trial. We've been Diddy duped up, oiled up, and staying in the light. So why are people acting surprised?
You were in the light.
Yeah, we were standing in the light. I didn't have my Diddy dukes on, but I had the cheeks up and I was oiled up. Okay, and we were yelling, more oil!
I just got my Diddy iconic. Let's see it, let's see it.
This is iconic. Oh, hold on, let me see. Hold on.
I got a shit out. You just roll, bro.
That's going down in history.
I agree.
He said Diddy supporters.
More oil.
Clear. So the whole thing with the baby.
So they were out there, child, rubbing Diddy oils upon them outside the courthouse once Diddy's verdict was read. A lot of people took offense to it because they was like, okay, this is a serious case. What about the women who were really victimized here? What about Cassie? What about, Jane Doe came forward and said that she went through this and was made to do things that she did not want to do sexually? Unprotected, of course, okay? What about Cassie sitting on the stage talking about how she was made to do multiple FOs, even with swords in her mouth, and other things going on that was very, very nasty and egregious things that Diddy was making these women do and sitting back pleasuring himself upon these women going through these horrific acts. So for Armand and them to be outside, applying Diddy oils, they saw it as a joke, and a lot of people felt offended by it. So this is him explaining why he did what he did. He was doing it in jest. He was doing it as something funny. He didn't really take it as serious as people are taking it. Some people thought it was funny. A lot of people did not. So, yeah, that's what it is on that. Shout out to Emily Knows Everything, okay? Because that's what we saw it. All right, moving forward. Someone else, while we're still talking about the Diddy trial, child, someone else has something to say about Cassie. I thought this was very disrespectful, all right? I found this to be very disrespectful. Funk Master Flex spoke out about this Diddy trial, all right? And he disses Cassie, you guys, before Diddy's bail was denied. He says that I don't see you as a victim. Give it a rest. Y'all know Cassie's attorneys submitted something to the judge so that Diddy would not be able to get bail, at which he did not. So she still got a little pull, it seems, all right? She and her attorneys, as well as her stylist, as I said before, Don Richard, they all submitted something to the judge to say, hey, we're afraid if Diddy gets out, I feel like me getting up and cooperating with the feds that it could cost me my life. And it could. All right. Let's get into what Funk Master Flex had to say. I don't know who let a fly in my house, but I'm mad. All right. So Funk Master Flex said, I think Cassie has been through a lot, especially at a young age. Said that she is such a nice person and always gave off good energy. I hope her and her family overcome all of the pain that they are going through. The entertainment business, and spelled that wrong, is a dangerous environment that everyone is not built for. Well, at least you're admitting it. Says, I do think you and your lawyers should give it a rest. Said that you threatened to drop a book, then got paid out, to not drop the book. Said that if you care so much to get your message out, you would have dropped the book. Says that I get it, it's a case. Said that you had to testify. Said that you 30 million up and 10 million up from the hotel, because y'all know the hotel that she was assaulted in paid her $10 million. All right. It said that you planned this lick. Please don't be mad at me, but people don't see you as a victim. Said that you was young, Diddy made bad choices, and you made bad choices. Says that when do you plan to teach girls not to make the same mistakes that you've made? Just my opinion at Cassie. So he added her so she will see this post. So he's saying, hey, you young and you out doing some stuff that you wanted to do. All right. And now you're out here suing and trying to get all this money. He's saying it is all for monetary reasons versus her coming forward to testify because it's the right thing to do. I feel like she testified because it's what she needed to do. I feel like she was groomed. When she met Diddy, she was in her teens. Diddy was in his 30s. I feel that she was groomed into doing the things that she was doing. Obviously, she was coerced and physically made to do things. If you go back and look at the video from CNN where he assaulted her, she was running from the hotel room where an FO was scheduled to be done. And she did not want to do it. And she was seen running down the hallway barefoot, which means she was in a state of emergency, trying to get on the elevator to get away from Diddy, at which he came running out with a towel on, no clothes, and proceeded to assault her. So for people that saying, oh, why she didn't run away? Well, she was trying. And I keep saying it. Let's not forget Stockholm syndrome. If you're being abused for quite some time, for years, she was in it for 10 years. Eventually, you start to see your abuser as someone that you love. It's called Stockholm syndrome. R. Kelly and his girls, they went through the same thing until they woke up. When he went to jail, Stockholm syndrome stopped because their life started to become normal and they started seeing their abuser as what he really was. So for men and women out here, because I see a lot of the comments, I've been reading the comments saying, oh, she wanted that. She wanted to be in that. It was all about money. She was driving this. She was driving that. Okay. What did you want her to drive? A broke down hoopty while she was around Diddy? Because anybody that Diddy keep around him is an example of who he is. Of course, she should live in a penthouse. Of course, she's going to drive a Range Rover. Of course, she's going to wear red bottoms. Okay. Because she is on his arm. But that does not give him the reason nor the right to put his hands on her and to abuse her in the way that he did. So shout out to her for being strong and coming forward and talking about very nasty, egregious things that she went through, because a lot of you guys would not have been strong enough to talk about those, let alone answer the questions that were given to you. Okay. Yeah, it was child. This case was a case. You hear me? Some of the stuff that they were asking, I said, my God. All right, so this is the last and final thing. This is the last and final thing with this Diddy thing, because I'm tired of talking about Diddy, because I feel myself getting irritated, child. All right, so let's hear this on a lawyer's perspective about this Diddy trial, and then we're going to move on. All right, shout out to Mark Garagos and Harvey Levine as they dive into what Diddy's sentencing could look like, with Garagos dropping a bold prediction on the Separate Angry Men podcast. Let's get into him, TMZ TV.
He's sitting in a jail cell right now, and the judge denied him bail. And, and he could listen. He's not going to get life, and we know that was on the line.
Oh, and by the way, the government, they filed a letter. What's the government going to ask for? They're going to ask for 50 to 60 months or something like that. The sentencing guidelines, frankly, are 20 to 27. He was acquitted. The judge denied bail, but the judge specifically said, "Look, I have to, because they're alleging it's a crime of violence." And the defense basically conceded the violence and said that this is a domestic violence case, except he's not being charged with domestic violence. He had a standard. The judge adhered to the standard. That doesn't mean that at sentencing, he's not going to...
You sound like you're thinking like 3-4 years.
No, I think if there's any justice, he'll get 21 months time served, something like that. Even if you were to get 36, he's eligible for all kinds of other stuff. He's not going to do much more time.
So you think he'll get out? You think he'll get out within a year?
Oh yeah, he should. I think he'll be out within a year, 18 months at the most. I think there's a distinct possibility that he gets sentenced to something akin to time served.
He's sitting in a jail cell right now, and the
All right,
judge.
so you hear Mark Garagos telling Harvey Levine, that's Harvey Levine at the top from TMZ, that Diddy could probably get, just maybe 36 months. And then, of course, coming up this September will make it be a year that he's been in there, and he's not set to be heard in terms of the sentencing trial rather, until the 3rd of October, as I told you guys yesterday. So he'll be in there a little over a year. So if he does get 36 months and they give him that year, of course he'll get that year for time served, and then he'll have to serve out the rest of that time. But I feel we don't know what the judge is going to do, because you got to look at all the elements. Of course, this is his first offense for prostitution, yes, but you got to look at all the other elements that's connected to this. Yes, he was found not guilty of trafficking, but when you see the abusive part of it and the coercion and all of that came with the prostitution with him, it was more than him just getting somebody in the car and say, "Come on, we get ready to do an FO." It was more than that. They're going to look at the fact that he is a dangerous person, okay? And all of these things are going to be looked at before that decision is made. Everybody's making their predictions, like they made a prediction yesterday saying Diddy coming home. The sun was out there on this right here. Okay, this was the sun out there, salsa dancing and doing sit-ups and push-ups and shit out there like he was at the gym. Everybody look a whole lot different when the judge said no bail. Okay, everybody looked different. Mama Combs' wig was back, baby, when she came out. Her back bangs, her front bangs was in the back. Okay, she was mad as hell. She was seen throwing up the peace sign, happy and everything else. My son coming home. Until the judge said, no bail. Everybody walking out hand in hand like they at a funeral procession, getting their ass back on the van. Oh, well, he'll be back in there till October. They don't give a damn about good behavior. The shit he did on that video, baby, he should be good after that. Diddy been effing up since the 90s. So that little jail time, barely a year, he should be good within that time. Who cares if he's being good in jail? Who cares? Because these are all the things that they were trying to throw in there. He, throughout this whole entire trial, mind you, it's only a few weeks. Through this whole entire trial, Diddy's been the upstanding citizen. He came in, he never gave us no problems. Yes, he did. Why the judge had to tell him many times to turn around, not to look at the jury, not to do this, not to do that? He knew what he was doing. Diddy been getting away with ish for a long time. This is a moment where he needs to sit down and reflect. And I appreciate the judge for seeing that and for not allowing Diddy to manipulate him into letting him out, because that's all he wanted to do is get out so he can continue his reign of terror. That's all he wanted to do. His mama know he guilty. That's why he put all the shit in his mama name. That's why everything Diddy owns is in his mama name. That's why her ass was at court every day. That's why her ass was coming in there looking drunk, like she was in the Thriller video, like her ass, she looked like she was about to pop lock, all that shaking, coming up in there like this. Y'all know how the Thriller video started. Michael Jackson Thriller video. Y'all remember that? It's after midnight. That was Mama Combs coming into court. It's just a thriller. Hey, that was you coming in there. Mama Combs. All right, with her Party City wig on, coming in there. She went in there to make sure that her shit was going to be on lock. Because if Diddy got that good old time, baby, she needed to know what needed to be done. Every bank account, every car, every Bad Boy studio, all that stuff is in Mama Combs' name. Notice everybody tried to sue Diddy. You got to go through his mama. Mace told y'all that because he tried to sue him. Everything Diddy owned is in Mama Combs' name. That's why her drunk ass was there every single trial day. That's why she was there every day. Yeah, baby, she was in there on this shit here. Everybody, hey, Mama Combs. That was her. Hey, Mama Combs. It's her. Okay, she was there. But let's get on through the show, child. She was there. Mama Combs got to make sure everything is on lock. All right, so for those of you that live in Las Vegas, maybe one of y'all can tell me what's going on. Y'all can tell me what's going on, because why? I ran across this. I said, oh my God, I'm going to be in Vegas here in a few weeks, 2 weeks. Yes, God. Hallelujah. Yes, God. All right, so what is going on in Las Vegas? This happened on the 1st, all right, July the 1st, What's going on with all these light poles down in the street? Now, I know they're out there fighting because ICE and all this. Who is out here knocking down light? Do you know how much strength you got to have to knock a light pole down? I said, what in the werewolf hell is going on in Vegas? Look at this.
Las Vegas. We are on Tropicana in front of the Walmart. Every last one of the light poles, the electricity poles are down. This goes for miles. We ain't got no power. I don't know what the hell is going on. This goes for miles, y'all. Look at the cords on the ground. It goes all the way down. Miles. What the hell? What the hell? All of these are down, y'all. Every last one of the powers down. Las Vegas. We are on Tropicana in front of the Walmart. Every last one of the light poles, the electricity poles are down. This goes for miles.
Miles and miles and miles, going up and down the street, nothing but light poles in the street. All these people for miles and miles and miles are without power. What is going on? What the hell? Who knocked down all these light poles? Like, did somebody have an army tank or a crane or something like that they just went through there and just began to proceed to knock down all these light poles? Now, I hope y'all ain't having this problem on the damn Vegas Strip, because that's where my ass is going to be. Now, I'm paying my money. Now, I want y'all to fix this. We got 2 weeks. I need y'all to fix this before my ass fly out there, all right? But this is some crazy ish. Why are all these damn light poles down? Play one more time.
We ain't got no power. I don't know what the hell is going on. This goes for miles, y'all. Look at the cords on the ground. It goes all the way down. Miles. What the hell?
Oh my God.
Hell. All of these are down, y'all. Every last one of the powers down.
That is a mess. I hope they figure that out. Look at that. I'm pausing. Look, all the way up the street is nothing but light poles down now. So a whole damn, well, not the whole city, but a whole street damn near. Like, there had to be a tank. There had to be a tank or something drive through there and just knock these damn poles down. That is crazy. An 18-wheeler or something. I don't know what it was. But that's a hot mess. I really hope they fix that. And those people are going to be without power for a while. They're going to be without power for a while. Child, I know those people out there working day and night trying to get that fixed. My Lord. But if y'all live out there in Vegas, somebody drop it in the DM and let me know what is going on out there. What is going on out there? People are mad, honey, that ICE is snatching their family members up and they just out here just going crazy. Damn. If they do come home, you ain't going to be able to see them because you ain't got no lights. Was it too early for that joke? I don't know. All right. They done deported your damn family members up out of there. Hell, if they do come back home, you ain't going to be able to see their asses because the whole damn neighborhood dark. But let's get into the next topic. Chrisean Rock getting ready to be in trouble with CPS, y'all. Somebody done called CPS on Chrisean Rock. Let's get into it, honey. Yeah. All right. Shout out to What's the Tea today. Yeah. Chrisean Rock left her son alone at the beach, you guys, and CPS was called by onlookers. Now, you just saw the thing yesterday. She also did an interview with Nene Leakes, and the first thing Nene said, that Chrisean told her was she don't want to talk about her son. She want to talk about everything else, but she don't want to ask him no questions about her son. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me, but not my son. I want to talk about blue. That's all her ass want to talk about. Yeah, girl, somebody called CPS. All right, so let's get into it. According to What's the Tea Today, says the reality TV star Chrisean Rock is being once talked about due to reportedly leaving her 22-month-old son unattended in a stroller. Where else would he be? At the beach around 3 a.m. 3 a.m. he should be home in the bed with a cover upon him, sleep. and your ass should be there too, unless you have a babysitter. Why, oh why, is your son at the freaking beach at 3 o'clock in the morning in Santa Monica, California? Okay, social media posts claim that the child was left alone while adults partied nearby, leading onlookers to contact CPS. That's a problem. Now, we know he's not walking. Suppose somebody would have snatched him up out of the stroller if you left him alone, because child abduction is still a real thing. It's still a real thing. Okay? Suppose he just shimmied up out of that stroller and went down to the water down there. I just think about all types of things. Anything could have happened while you're out on the beach at 3 a.m. and your child is unattended long enough for no eyes to be on him for Child Protective Services to be called. Now I see why you don't want to talk about your son. You don't want to answer no questions about him because you don't want to answer to that. What is wrong with her? And then she get offended. You on the internet going back and forth with Tia Kemp trying to tell you to be a better mother. Now, is it her business to tell her? No. But when you share your son and things about him, then you open the door for people to give their opinions. All right. If you don't want people talking about him, stop putting him on the internet. If you don't want people to ask you about him, stop popping up on the internet with him, because people are going to have questions. They see is getting near your son being almost 2 years old, and the things that he's supposed to be doing, he's not. And the fact that you're not taking the initiative to help him do those things and to be a better mom, like, he's almost 2. You should have it by now, baby. Okay. And I know a lot of first-time moms, they learn as they go. Okay. Shit, I did it. You can't really pick up a book and it teach you how to be a great, great mother. Some things are learned by being on hands-on. Right? First-time moms, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You can read every book about motherhood that you want to read, but it's when you know, that hands-on experience with your child is what make you a good mother. Sacrificing makes you a good mother. All of these things, all of these elements make you be a better parent. You be having that baby out a lot around people that he shouldn't be around. Okay, I don't know if people realize that COVID is still out there. There are other strands of COVID that's out now. You be having people kissing them in the mouth. I've seen it on videos, but you don't want people to talk about it, but you video it and give it to the American people for us to see. That's what you do. People be kissing your baby in the mouth. I've seen it. People strangers be holding your baby. But nobody can ask you nothing. Nobody can say nothing. You issuing threats to people. And then getting on the internet and lying and saying you didn't text and or call Tia Kemp when that was your voice that was played in the video. She's a hot mess. It's getting to the point where people are not feeling sorry for Chrisean Rock. People are saying, you know what? F it. You don't want to grow up and be a mom and take care of this child that you brought into the world. Obviously, you didn't want him because you drank and smoked the entire time you was pregnant with him. Allegedly. I mean, I got the pictures if y'all want to see them again. Of you in the club with a drink in your hand when you should have been home and your stomach was out to here and you were drinking that brown liquor. You were rolling up with a baby in your stomach. Period. You were. So now you're spotted in Santa Monica, California on the beach at 3 a.m. when your ass should have been at home with your baby. Let him lay back in a stroller when he could have been in his damn bed. Maybe you don't have a bed for him. I don't know. But at the end of the day, your ass should have been home, wherever it is that you reside, not at no freaking beach with adults and people out screaming and hollering and drugs and everything else going on out there. And now CPS done called on your ass. Now, maybe this is what is needed. So the CPS can finally get involved and get baby Chrisean the help he needs. And I don't ever want to see a mother lose their child, but it's giving Chrisean don't give a hot damn. Now, I'm not saying she don't love the baby. I'm not saying that, but I feel like she has not yet accepted the fact that she ruined him. She don't want nobody talking about it because she don't want to take accountability to the fact that she ruined that baby. He's cute as hell. He's a beautiful baby, but she ruined him for the decisions that she made when she carried him. All because you were trying to get back at Blueface, all because you were running behind him, and all because you still wanted to be a party girl versus understanding what was going on in your life at the time, which was you were baking a baby. You were forming, you were growing a baby, and you took your ass to the club and you did everything that you did before you got pregnant with him, and now you ruined him, and now you will not take accountability. This is why she was running to the church. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You were running to the church because you want God to forgive you for the mistake that you made, not the baby. The baby's not a mistake. The mistake was you smoking and drinking and carrying on when your ass was pregnant. They said share the video reel. Can y'all not see it? I swear it says that stop sharing. Can y'all see my video? I'll do it again. I could have sworn I shared. I could have sworn I shared. It said share video or stop sharing video. That usually means y'all can see it. All right, I'll do it again. Can y'all see? It says stop sharing, so that means, can y'all see? Can y'all see now? I swear to God, I was sharing. At the top of my screen says stop sharing. Like I say right now, y'all see it up there? It says stop sharing. I don't know. Maybe something going on with StreamYard. I swore I was sharing that time. But yeah, as you guys can see, I tell you guys no lies. Chrisean Rock left her son alone at the beach, you guys. CPS was called. So CPS has now been involved in Chrisean's parenting. All right, we'll probably be hearing something. Because they are involved. You can't leave your children alone. That's called child abandonment, okay? Those of you parents that leave your kids in the car to go in the store right quick, that's child abandonment. If the police roll up and see that, that's child abandonment. They can take your kids away from you. Do you know how many people jump into cars now and steal your car if you leave your kids in there? It only take a second. You cannot leave your kids anywhere unattended. That is called child abandonment, okay? That was child abandonment, Chrisean. So she just, like I said, sat down with Nene Leakes to do an interview with her. I'm going to go check it out and look at it and see what else she's talking about. If I can get through it, Lord help me. But she told Nene, and Nene said, and I think I'm going to play it here in a second, where Nene said, hey, she just sat down with Chrisean Rock. And one of the things she told her is, I don't want to talk about my son. I'm not answering anything related to my son. And it's probably because of this incident right here, you guys. She don't want to talk about it because she doesn't want to be viewed as a bad mother, because she's already still getting over what people said about her not stepping up and doing what needs to be done for this child. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to get this. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Absolutely had to take that. Okay. So, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? All right, let's stop sharing. I really hope she get it together just for the baby's sake. I mean, I don't really care about her. I care more about the baby, to be honest with you. Let's move into the next topic. We were just talking about Nene Leakes. Let's get into what she had to say. All right. So Nene Leakes shares that she and Chrisean was very open about everything except, as you guys can see, baby Chrisean Porter. So she didn't want to talk about the baby because she done left him out there on the beach, child. Let's get into what Nene had to say.
I did a one-on-one interview with Chrisean out in LA. It's a very good interview. I like it. I wanted to give her a safe place to answer questions. She told me before the interview she was open to answering anything. She didn't want to really talk about her child, but she was open to answering anything. And so we did that. And the way that I felt like I needed to make her feel comfortable was to kind of refer to myself in certain situations. It was a good interview. I enjoyed talking to Chrisean and meeting Chrisean and sitting down with Chrisean. After the interview, Chrisean and I hit the LA town. I did a one-on-one interview with Chrisean out in LA. It's a very good interview. I like it. We had a great time together. We hung out. It was super fun. Before the interview, I FaceTimed her. She had on no makeup, no hair, no nothing. Her baby was laying there with her. She put him on FaceTime for me, and everything was great. We had a great time together. We hung out. It was super fun.
So Nene said, hey, she talked to Chrisean prior to the interview, but she made it very clear that she would talk about everything except baby Chrisean Porter. She don't want to answer no questions with him. She put the baby on camera and all that other stuff. So y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I hate about Nene's interviews. I want Nene, and I think that she'll get better as time progresses. I want her to let the people that she's interviewing talk. And I think I've mentioned this before. When Nene interview people, she always overtalk her guests. I'd be like, if you be quiet and just let people kind of ramble a little bit, the things that you're going to ask them, sometimes they're going to go ahead and say it. But if you over talking them and making the interview always about you, Nene, then it kind of gets irritating to the viewers a little bit. Okay. Like, fall back and don't be so quick to want to just jump in and say, oh, well, me and Greg, when me and Greg was married, like, we know you and Greg were married. We've seen your life on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You have a guest on the show. The goal is to figure out what we don't know about them. So if you're going to keep cutting across them when they start talking, then we don't know or get to know those things. It's kind of irritating a little bit. I watched a few interviews with Nene, and it's the same thing. She's maybe, I don't know, girl. I don't know. Maybe you need to watch some people interview a little bit to see how that works, so that that you can let your interviews kind of flow versus people like, Nene, be quiet. They were about to say it. That's how I be. Like, be quiet. She was about to tell it until you jumped in and said, oh, well, let me tell you about me, girl. It's not about you. You are the interviewer. Be quiet and let your guests talk a little bit, right? She do that a lot. I'd be like, child, please hush. All right. So I got to go now and watch the interview with Nene and Chrisean to see if there's some tea in there that I might be able to talk about. Okay. Yeah. So shout out to Nene. Shout out to Live Blitz. Okay. Moving on. All right. So Claressa is going off because the people are clapping at her in the comments, and I really wish that she would just stop doing that. Like, girl, you don't have to explain yourself to everybody. You are with Papoose now. Whatever people have to say, people are calling her slow in the comments, and she's getting very upset and reacting. Now, they're going to continue to do that because now they know that that's the one thing that they can say to you to get a reaction. Okay. If you keep responding to what people have to say, that means they're getting to you. Learn how to ignore people and do what it is that you do. You got a fight coming up here in a few weeks. Girl, focus on that. Don't be on the internet going back and forth with people, fighting with people when their opinions don't mean a damn. You're making irrelevant people relevant when you do that. Let's get into what she had to say, because she's going off, child. She is reading people down.
That I'm slow, that I can't talk, because words don't bother me. Yo little stupid ass. Oh, you know what? She's so fucking poor. Jasmine, rest in peace. It won't even let me fucking add her on a video. It won't even let me add you on a video. You must have a weird ass phone. How come I can't add you on a video? Slow bitch. Yeah. Get the fuck on. Today is not the morning. It's not the morning. It's not the morning. It's not the morning. If you want to get stupid hoe talking about that I'm slow, that I can't. You want to get cooked. You want to get talked about. Levy Lucky. I'm going to keep telling y'all, this is not the lie for you to tell me to ignore a hater. I'm getting off in your ass. I'm getting off in your ass today. Talking about some stupid hoe talking about that I'm slow, that I can't talk. You mean you can't comprehend? It's 2,400 motherfuckers on here. They seem to understand what the fuck I'm talking about, except you, because you're dumb.
Does she not sound like she in high school or maybe junior high? Or let's take it back to middle school. That sounds like something middle schoolers say. Like, girl, why are you arguing with strangers on the internet? People you don't know can't see. You got this much heat and energy for people you don't see. Somebody said her eyes are already swollen. Well, she training. She probably training before the fight, so she gonna get popped in the face a little bit. She will. That's the life of a fight, child. Okay, you gotta keep your shit here. You gotta be here with it. Okay, I know I box, so I know. Okay, keep your shit here with it. But I think she gonna win that fight coming up. I do. The other girl got hands though, so it's gonna be a close. But I do think Claressa gonna win that fight. But I really wish that she stopped fighting so much with people online. It's not a good look. Like, we see these videos a lot with her, in this more. You should be happy, baby. Where's Papoose, baby? He should be like, baby, pick your battles. Don't be here arguing with people. Like, let it go. Let them say what they want to say. People are going to stay talking about you. That's called relevancy. When they're talking about you, they're keeping you relevant, okay? People weren't really talking much about you until you really got with Papoose. Like, you really became the talk of the town then when you got with Papoose. So now just ride that wave, honey. Wherever it goes, just go there. If you guys are going to plan to be married and stay together forever, like you said on the internet, great for you. But just getting on the internet and lives, just random lives, just arguing with people and threatening people and stuff, like, that's not a good look for you, because it makes you look weak, and people are going to use that you're slow as a means to get a rise out of you, because they know you don't like that. It's called bullying. They're bullying you, and you're allowing it. And you are allowing it. You are a fighter. You are a champion. What can somebody else say to you to knock you off your pedestal and make you go and clap back at them when they are not even known? We don't even know who they are. They probably have a fucking job. But you sitting up here, a whole champion with belts, driving around in a Rolls Royce with unlimited money, with a new boyfriend now, even though he married, girl. But still, your life is probably 10 times better than the people you sit here going back and forth with. Why entertain that? Why? What are you getting out of that? Does that make you sleep better at night to hop on here with your eyes damn near crossed and argue with people? And I like you, Claressa, but that's just not a good look for you. Okay. It's giving CTE, girl. I don't know. All right, let's continue. I really want her to get over it. I was gonna play the other clip, but I don't even care no more. I'm ready to get through this show. This is our last and final topic. Okay. Somebody got banned, y'all. Somebody got banned for doing a Nazi song. None other than Kanye West. All right. George Bush called him Kanye. All right. Said Kanye West. I was like, who is that? So let's get into this last topic, child. Kanye went over there to Australia acting a fool, and they done banned and then took his damn passport and told him to bring your ass back up over here. All right. They done banned him. They done canceled Kanye West's visa, child, over a Nazi song that he performed over in Australia. This nigga can't do right nowhere. You can't do right in the US. You go to Australia, you acting a fool. Like, Kanye, sit your ass down. Like, don't you supposed to be in like the mental institution somewhere overseas? Who let you out to go perform a Nazi song, sir? The girls are fighting, according to them. Australia canceled Kanye West's visa over a Nazi song. Now, Australia has canceled U.S. rapper Kanye West's visa after he released a song glorifying Nazis. Now, West released, Kanye to be exact, released the track on May the 8th, coinciding, okay, with the 80th anniversary of Nazi Germany's wartime defeat. Why? Now, if you guys don't know, Kanye been popping up in a lot of videos with the KKK robes on with the pointed hat and shit. And the robes are black, not the white robes, but the black. I'm like, what are you doing? You look stupid at this point. It's giving mental illness. Like, can somebody get to Kanye? Can somebody sit Kanye down and let him know that he is going too far? For real. For real. I knew he was off when he showed up to the Diddy trial, hopping out the car, walking all fast like he was late to go testify, and won't nobody checking for him or call him. Nobody expected him. None of that. This nigga just popped up out of nowhere like, oh, I'm here to testify. Where do I sit? Back in your car. Go sit back in your car and go home. Okay, that's what I would have told his ass. But Australian Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke confirmed on Wednesday, which was yesterday, that the U.S. artist Kanye West has had his Australian visa canceled after releasing a song that promotes Nazism. All right. So they don't want his ass back over there. We ain't want him over here. So how do we get him canceled from the US now? Now that you guys have successfully done that in Australia, give us some tips and pointers of how we can do it here in the US so he can't come back here, because he's not welcome here either. He's not welcome here either. The Kardashians don't like him no more. The U.S. people over here don't like him no more. Obviously, the courts didn't like his ass no more with the Diddy trial because he ain't been back there either. And now you guys over there in Australia, y'all ain't checking for his ass. So what can y'all give us some tips, pointers? What kind of paperwork do we need to go ahead and put into place and submit to get his ass banned from here as well? Because obviously, he is not right. Ain't no chairs under your table. The lights are on. Ain't nobody home. The elevator is stuck in the damn basement. Okay, like ain't no back tire on your bike, nigga. Like, you're going nowhere and nowhere fast. All right, so that is it, and that is all for our show. Thank you guys for joining. Let me get back to my main screen so we can go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Ciao, ciao, ciao. This is going to be a short day for me today. Praise the Lord. And tomorrow is a holiday. Glory. Hallelujah. All right. So we're not working hard today. We're just going to be wrapping up some stuff and getting on up out of here. Because tomorrow is a holiday. All right. So hallelujah for that. Thank you to all of my mods, Bill Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Scorpion Miss, my backup mods, Rose Armstead, Essence, Sweet Essence, and who else? Truth TV Podcast. All right. I almost forgot y'all. Thank you guys for doing your good work of modding for me, keeping the mess down. Thank you to all the content creators. I saw Schoolboy in the house. Sunny Days is here. Simple Mom Family TV is here. That's a Schoolboy. Thanks to Schoolboy for being here. Thank you, Chef Don for stopping by here as well. Did I see anybody else? Purple Unicorn, I saw you as well. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, for stopping by here as well. Do we have any more? Please let me know. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I saw a few of you guys in the chat saying, hey, I'm new here and I subscribe. I think you're so funny. We are. We have plenty more where that come from. Don't forget to tap on that subscribe button, that like button as well, and your notification bell so that you will not miss any shows and or posts that we have over here. Okay. Please, mods, let me know. Sunny Days. Sunny Days. Thank you for being here, love. Thank you for being here, Sunny Days. We love Sunny Days in here because she keeps the chat warmed up. All right. So thank you, Sunny Days. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Please don't forget again to tap on that like button. If you didn't hit it on your way in, please do it on your way out. Okay. Let's get out of here and let's go. Bye.